Today we're going to start taking the front of this apart and eventually, you know, the gas tank and fender, but I'm going to go ahead and start on this fairing. This is all going to come off. First thing I got to do is get that switch cover off of there. Alright, so we're going to need a key to do that. We're going to need a screwdriver, small tip screwdriver. And we got to find that notch. There we go. And since I didn't take the battery out, I'll put this back to off. That's that. Alright, got my tray, I'm going to put all the pots in there. So that's fairly easy. Now we got to take the two screws on the ends out. Now that cover should come right out of there. There you go. Alright, now I got to disconnect the connector. And she should come right out of there. Okay, so that's disconnected. I think I'm going to take the switches out. So there's two screws on both switch housings that hold this side in place. And there's two on this side that hold this in place. Now I've never done this before as far as taking this apart, but you know, it's not that difficult. Alright, so they're out. Then the switches and wires should just come right out. Alright, so now I got the cover. Bring this to the bench. Start work on this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it up with some wax and tar, remove it, get anything off of there, because I do use back to black on this. I'm going to use some paper towel. Just get this all over this thing. And should pretty much get all anything that's on there off of there. I'm supposed to anyways. And I'm also going to use a little bit of alcohol just to make sure I get all that residue off of there. Actually, the alcohol will work better on removing like back to black and shit like that, as you can see. Alright, let that sit on there for a little bit and then we'll just dry it off. Since I'm in here, I might as well just wipe all this shit as clean as I can. Get the dust and crap out of it. Okay. I'm gonna take some 180 and just scuff it up real quick. Alright, so now I'm gonna use the same paper towel just to wipe the dust off. Alright, I'm going to hit that up with a tack cloth, and then we're going to hit it up with self-etching primer. So I'm going to hit the edge with the self-etching primer. While that other stuff's drying, I'm going to go ahead and just start taking out the fairing. Which is, all this has to come off. This light, stuff like that. Putting the nut back on the screw so I don't lose it. Now I gotta take this out. This is gonna be a lot of work getting this fairing off. It's not something that's gonna be easy, especially all the gauges and everything. So I'm doing the inside fairing too. Where's the problem here? There we go. So it's a good idea to put the screws back where they go. That way you don't forget while you're looking for them. Now I gotta take this whole housing off. Carefully, we're going to remove this. We're going to unplug it. There we go. So I'm going to take off the windshield. Now I got to lift this up to get the windshield out. Windshield out. Now there's a couple of screws in here. They're way inside here. There's one on this side, one on that side to get that front fairing off. And these could be a pain in the butt to put back on. Some of these screws have been changed because I had issues with the originals. So I had to put in different screws to fix the issue. You know, being a 2004 bike, nothing's perfect, but it is fixed, so as long as it's repaired correctly, whether it's the same screw or not, it doesn't matter. I almost forgot these up here. So we got one on the side here where the mirror is. And there's one more right here with the mirror. Alright, now the fairing should just come right off. And there she is. Gonna let that sit there for now. I'm gonna work on this. Looks dry, good to go. Do a little sanding here. There's a little, I don't know, it's kind of rough right here. I'm gonna hit it up with the 180 just to sand it down. I'll shape it, you know what I'm saying? Quickly. Alright, let that dry. This is going to be the difficult part. It's getting all this shit off of here so I can get this interfering off. Oh, not going to be easy. Got to take these gauges out, each and every single one of them. Speaker's going to have to come out. So, let's get started. First things first, I'm going to take the air wings off. Or air deflectors, whatever you want to call these things. Take off the speakers. Okay, I got these Kirkland turn signals on the end here, and they're 3M taped in, so I gotta like work this out without breaking this. Hang. This is the cigarette lighter that I put in, the extra one. Get this out. Now I gotta get these gauges out. Alright. Now to get the gauges out, you gotta take this plastic mounting ring off. And there goes my nut. So that slides right out, and the gauge goes right through the front. So I'm just going to slide this back on and put the nuts on. Now if you don't know where these gauges go, it's a good idea to take a picture of the gauges before you take it all apart. So at least you have an idea, you know, where this shit's supposed to go. Alright, we're going to take a break from this and get that other piece painted. Running low on paint here. Alright, it's good enough for now. Let it dry. Back to what I was doing. Take this piece off. You're going to have to reapply all these with 3M. Alright, this cigarette lighter should come out. Alright. Now remember, this is the first time I've ever taken this interfering out, so this is all new to me. I got to take the mirrors off. Alright, that feels like it's slipping. It is slipping. Nothing's ever easy, man. Nothing is ever easy, I tell you. Let's see if I can put pressure on the back side of this to hold that screw in place. Alright. Whoops. Get over here. Alright, so this screw was just turning freely. I don't know why. This mirror here I'm having problems with. It's really loose. I don't know. I'm going to see what I can do to try to fix it somehow. And if not, I'm going to have to buy a new one. This is like the toughest part of this whole paint job, is getting this thing apart. Okay. Put this back on. So this is the idiot lights, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so 2 clips, 1, 2, and then 2 on the bottom, 1, 2. And then the front of this pulls right out from the front. All right, the little idiot light thing, neutral, all that stuff. It just slides, once you get the connector out, just slides right out. So I'm gonna have to get this spotlight off of here. And the same thing on the other side. Okay. Take this off. Disconnect this bad boy. This should come right out. There we go. And I got the accelerator cables running through here. That's gonna have to be disconnected. Son of a gun. All this to paint the fairing. All right. I'm gonna have to disconnect all this. I don't want to bend that brake line. You know what I'm saying? These should slide right out one at a time. Should go right through there. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take the radio out. So there's 2 screws on both sides of the radio. I hold it to the these brackets here. There we go. So the radio's out. So the thing just falls apart. Oh, easy, baby. There we go. And it's out. What a mess. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get this thing back together. I really don't believe I am. Start sanding and removing the stuff off of there, the GoPro mounts and all that stuff, and start sanding and getting ready to paint. So I'm going to give it a few light coats. Don't go too heavy with it. At a bare minimum, it's going to take 3 to 4 coats to get it covered up well. Something about neon green, it just doesn't cover well the first 2 or 3 times. Been sanded the inner fairing, and now it's all cleaned up. Just gotta let it dry off. And this one, the 4 coats have been given. Looks good enough. I'm gonna put the flex coat on now. And now I'm going to do the 2K clear coat. That's the last coat. Take a whole can. Looks really good, doesn't it? Check it out. Alright, this is good enough where I already gave it a coat of flex without having to sand it. It came out really good. So I'm going to give it the second coat, and I'm done with it. Alright, she's done. I have it in the garage right now. Flex coat is on. I have not given it the clear coat because I don't have any more 2K, so I'm going to have to get some more. It came out really good. This piece came out really good, as you can see. So it came out really nice. I'm happy with that. I am beat. I'm surprised I actually got it off. Sanded, cleaned up, sanded, and at least painted the inner fairing today. So surprised I got that done. It was a lot of work to get it off, but as you could see, it's easy to get the gauges out, it's easy to take the cables off and whatnot. So it wasn't that bad. Put it together, we'll see how it goes. Clean it up, but it looks like a mess right now. It's kind of scary to actually see the bike like this. You know, now that I got it all apart, if I needed to, I would have adjusted the steering bearings, but they seem fine. If you jack the bike up and if you turn it, if it stays, if it stops, if you feel like a stop in the bearing when you turn the wheel, then you probably need to A, adjust the bearings, or B, replace them. This one's nice and smooth, the steering's nice and smooth, doesn't bind up in any way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease it, because there is a grease fit in there, I usually grease it once a year anyways, but since it's all open like this, I'm just going to go ahead and grease it, clean everything up, wipe everything down, and hopefully I can get that 2K clear coat tomorrow and get that clear coated tomorrow, hopefully. Hey, thanks for joining me on this backyard paint job, and so far I'm really happy with it. I don't know, did I show you the air cleaner and what it looks like? Oh, I might as well do that now. It's a little dirty, but I like how this is just, you know, clear. I put flex over this so when the sun hits it, it'll shine a little bit, but came out good. See the two pieces there, and then, you know, there's the rest of the bike. Looks all right. It's already dirty. One ride and everything's already dirty. It's crazy. Well, it looks like this withstood the heat yesterday. Took it to work. I took the bike to work. 20 minutes, 25 minutes up, 30 minutes back. 90-degree weather. This looks good. Looks like it withstood the heat just fine. So I'm happy with it. And then the horn's on. I don't know if I showed you the horn. Can't quite remember, but the horn came out really nice too. There's the horn. So I think it looks awesome, and you can't even tell that I welded that bracket. So hopefully it'll stay together and it'll be fine. And that's all I'm going to do for green on the engine is the horn, the air filter cover, and that small piece. I'm not going to paint anything else green. I got the gas tank I have to do, and then of course the front fender. So we'll see how it goes. Let me get that fairing done first, put that in, and then we'll go from there. So again, thanks for joining me on another episode of backyard paint job, or redneck paint job, whatever you want to call it. I'm not, you know, I don't know what the proper term is, but so listen, everybody, thanks for being here with me. I appreciate it. Thanks to the subscribers. I appreciate you guys and girls, and I wish everybody a great day, and God bless everyone out there. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.